Hi guys, welcome back. This is your daily astrology read for October 25th, 2018. For anybody wondering, I did not upload on yesterday, October 24th. I had some things that I needed to take care of, so I had to decide what was more important at the time. So I did not record on yesterday, but I feel okay about that because it was the same. I didn't feel like anything had really changed, and I had already talked about the Taurus full moon a little bit on Wednesday's upload. So I wasn't too concerned. I mean, on Tuesday's upload. So I wasn't really concerned with not uploading a video on Wednesday. So, of course, we are still with the moon in Taurus. So it's not that big of a deal. So now we fast forward to today, which is Thursday, October 25th. Of course, the full moon is still in effect, guys. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. You guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button if you feel led to do so, comment or whatnot. All right, so let's jump into the daily astrology read. So, the rundown. We have the sun in Scorpio. Now you can see behind the veil, through the veil, around the veil, and over the veil. We have the moon in Taurus, and the moon in Taurus, full moon in Taurus, actually, is asking, how do you feel about where you are? Are you fulfilled? Are you happy? If not, what are your plans to reconstruct this? Okay. We have Mercury in Scorpio. That's communicating truthfully about that, about your needs, about your wants. Hopefully you are communicating that with tact. Because Scorpio energy can be a little, well, it depends on your chart. It depends on how much earth you got in you. So I don't know. Sometimes Scorpio can be a little over emotional, but it's going to be the truth regardless. So yeah, we have Mercury in Scorpio. We have Mars that's currently in Aquarius, and that Mars in Aquarius just simply says, I don't care and I'm going to get what I want by any means necessary. Pretty much. Okay. We have Jupiter in Scorpio. That's actually expanding the confidence of going after what you want. Okay. You can see the Mars in Aquarius feeding off of that, with the Jupiter and Scorpio feeding off of that. Yeah. We have Uranus in Taurus, with the Uranus, here in this Taurus full moon, because we in the Taurus full moon. So you also have Uranus here. Uranus belongs to Aquarius. Aquarius belongs to Uranus. So with Uranus being in Taurus, it's like it's going to stop like the laziness or the being too comfortable in a position that's cool and comfortable, but you're being opened up with the eyes of Scorpio and realizing that while it may be comfortable in that position, it's also keeping you from expanding outside of the box, okay? So I do feel like the Taurus energy is that Uranus being there is help too, to pull people out of their comfort zones, okay? So yeah, everything is pretty much, I see, working really good together, even though it may seem chaotic. You know, there's always order in the chaos. That's pretty much what I see, you know, and that everything will come out in the wash. We have Saturn is in Capricorn, comfortable in its home, right? You know, and that, you know, is pretty much about the reestablishment of a new structure, okay, in something. Whatever you have decided that you wanted, after seeing behind the veil with the help of Scorpio, decided what you need now after seeing behind the veil with the help of Scorpio and all of these different things in Scorpio. You know, Saturn is helping you to say, okay, this is what I want this new structure to look like. This is what I want to establish or re-establish, because we are looking at a lot of retrograde. So people are re-establishing, okay? People are re-establishing a new establishment, if that makes sense. That's really what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, that's with the Saturn in Capricorn. Now deciding what you want and establishing that, solidifying that, putting that into concrete plans, goals, terms, whatever. Neptune is in Pisces, okay? And of course, we know that that's retrograding too. So, you know, you know, with the Neptune in Pisces, you know, the Neptune doesn't have its usual power of being able to keep people suspended in illusion. Okay, it's weakened now, going retro, and so it's not as powerful, you know, especially with Venus and Scorpio on deck. So even Pluto is not able to work its magic, which is helping with, you know, this shedding process, sort of, to say, that is happening. And Cryon is also in Pisces too, you know, and what that is doing is it's curing and it's cleaning up all those illusions. Okay, so not only is Neptune retrograde through Pisces has lost like its oomph with Scorpio on deck, but Cryon is also there healing those illusions that the Neptune Pisces energy had put in effect, okay? It's eliminating that, it's dissolving with that energy there, you know. So, you know, it's clearing up, it's curing the illusions that were spit out, you know, sort of, to say, you know. Also with the Cryon specifically in Pisces, you know, I feel like people could be like very sensitive at this time, you know, without anyone like even saying anything. Like, you just know, and that alone may be like the healing, because that's what Cryon do. It heals. It's the wounded healer, So what I'm trying to say here is that you may be so sensitive that where one was once looking for closure, you no longer need that, because your knowing power is so powerful at this time that your knowing power is your healing. Sometimes you don't need an explanation. You may not even want it at this time, because that's how much of a heightened sensitivity you have, and a knowing that you have in your gut. It's like, I already know. I don't want an explanation, or I don't need an explanation, or you may not need things to be explained, because things have, the veil has been pulled back so much for you to see that it's almost like it's the energy of there's nothing more to say. With that cryon there in Pisces, it's like when you know something, you don't need the validation. You just know that you know. Sometimes you don't know how you know, but that is the energy of Pisces. You just know. You just know. Okay? I don't know. It's like magic. You just know. So, yeah, the validation at this time of knowing what you know is probably not even wanted. In severe cases, is not even needed or even respected at this point. Okay? Depends on your situation. It just is what it is. So, with the Scorpio and its calculating energy as the sun, and Taurus with its movement energy as the moon, we have calculated movement. That's what I see. I see calculated movement. Scorpio, which is calculating, that's the sun, and we have the moon, movement. Okay, it's calculated movement. But we know that the Taurus doesn't like to move, but we have to remember who's there now. Uranus, right? So that means that the Taurus energy is more willing to come out of his comfort zone, out of that box, out, because Uranus is there. The Taurus energy is probably craving something different, craving movement at this time because of that Uranus energy. So what I see is calculated movement. Scorpio sun, Taurus moon. This is calculated movement. And the Scorpio and the Taurus, I know a lot of people know, and if you don't, let me let you know that these two are like opposites. So some of you could be like battling the death of certain situations. Like one energy may be trying to prolong, and the other energy is trying to transform and push out. Another energy, a few energies, I don't know your life or your situation, okay? But you have to remember that even though these two are like in a sense working together, they are also in a sense working against one another. Like they may be working together within one body, but when you come outside of that body and it's one body against another body, that is where I can see like a battle taking place of one energy wanting to prolong and one energy actually wanting to transform out. I don't know your situation, but I do hope that made sense right there, what I just said. I'm not going to try to say it again. I hope you got it. it just depends on what's going on in your life, okay? Is it an inside battle with yourself, or is it a battle with another party or other parties? And that's going to make the difference of how this plays out. So yeah, calculated movement, or even calculated non-movement. Depends. It depends, because the other day, was that Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday was the last day that I recorded. I could see people adapting to their environment for better manifestation under that Aquarius moon. Yeah. Okay. Calculated movement or even non-movement. This could be calculated non-movement. Okay. Yeah, because people are adapting to their environment for better focus, for better laser focus on the target, to better manifest again under that Aries moon. Just because we are no longer in the Aries moon does not mean that the effects are not still there. Just because we are not still in that Pisces moon energy does not mean the effects are not still there. See, a lot of people tend to believe just because transits have passed that that's it. No, it was simply a transit, but it still has to manifest. It still has to play out. So even though energies are constantly moving, guess what a lot of people are constantly doing? Catching up to those transits one by one. That's why they say things like eclipses can last 12 months, 24 months, because just because it transits out does not mean that it's still not playing out in the below. Okay? That's why I often say it depends on where you are in your journey, where you had to start, and what all is what. What I'm saying now is probably not even playing out in people's lives at this time. What I said 2 weeks ago may actually just now be starting to play out, okay? So those are things that you have to keep in mind. But yeah, it's either calculated movement or calculated non-movement. It all depends, and this is where Uranus comes in with its shocks and surprises, because it's like, do you know what they're really doing? Or what's really happening here? What's the calculation? But that's going to be the surprise. With Uranus, they're sitting in that Taurus. Taurus energy gonna surprise you. Where you thought that the Taurus energy wasn't moved, you gonna find out later or now, depends on where you are there. Oh, it was calculated. When Scorpio come in, it's a whole different ball game, okay? When Uranus comes in, ruled by Aquarius, it is a whole different ball game, okay? It's a whole different ball game. You never know what you're gonna get. Uranus is surprises. Scorpio is calculated, okay? Put them two together. Ooh, calculated movement and surprises. Okay. Oh my. Yeah. Some people may think like this energy is going to be its usual self, but this time around, not so much. Because even Uranus, that Aquarius energy, it can be extremely calculated even on its own as well. So, you could think the same old, but really, that's what someone probably wants you to see, to be quite honest with you. Want you to think they are simply adapting to better manifest, okay? Yeah. Well, that just came full circle. So it may not be like a slow change. I mean, it may be actually a slow change dealing with this Taurus full moon, but it is a change nevertheless, whether you can clock it or not. Some of you will be able to clock this and some of you won't. You know, and once you see what's happening, it could actually be too late. Like, boom, hello, Uranus, surprises and shocks. I'm telling you, this is like, this energy feels like a creeper to me, like it's creeping. It is, it's creeping. It's creeping. It's a very creeping energy. Yeah. Because like I said, just because the alignments change daily, it does not mean that its effects are over. No, 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 no. What happens in the sky, it is still in effect. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. You are always, always, always in the making of your next transit, before and after that transit. And that's a golden piece of advice, knowledge, or whatever you want to call it. You are always in the making, whether you realize it or not, of your next transit, before and after the transit. Always, 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 always. And Uranus is, if nobody else is going to teach that, Uranus is going to teach that with its surprises, with its shocks, with its reestablishing order. You know, you may not see this transit movement in your life, depending on where you are, because I don't know your life, your chart, and what's going on. But for example, you may not see these transits really take full hold of your life until like 10, 12 months from now, because that's the way that this works. Earth, the below is the slow moving. The sky is stays on route. The below stays on route as well, but the below has to actually manifest. The sky has to filter through the below. The above has to filter through the below, and that takes a little bit of time. But the sky never stops moving. You know, so it depends. Some of you all are feeling this now. Some of you all were a little bit ahead of the game, and some of you all will be a little bit behind on the a little bit behind the alignments, you know. Some are on time with the alignments, some are a little behind or on the alignments, and some are always a little ahead of the alignments. Okay. So, such as myself, I always find that I'm ahead of the alignments. I don't know why that is, but yeah, I'm either ahead or I'm right on it. Like, I'm never really behind it. But you know, it just depends. It just depends. It just really depends on where you are in this alignment, in this transit, where you are in the sky from here, from the below. I hope that makes sense. But you know, I believe currently people are experiencing fireworks with someone else, like they want something or someone else. They want someone different, or they want something different. Like whatever that different is, I think that's what people are experiencing today with this full moon Taurus. Just wanting something different. Some of you all may already be like having, okay, fireworks, chemistry with someone different. That is what a lot of people are wanting. I'm not going to say everyone, because again, it depends on which end of the stick you are on and what karma belongs to who and why it belongs to them. I don't know. But this energy right here that I'm picking up on, I am picking up on the energy of those who are ready for something different. That's what I'm picking up on. People are looking to deal with someone else or with something else. Reestablishing the establishment. Okay, I hope that made sense. I feel like, you know, people are just no longer listening to or even believing in those that they once believed in, that they once listened to, that they once cared about or had some sort of feelings about, depending on the situation. I feel like people don't want to hear anything anymore. Family can shut up, friends can shut up. The position has been or is being solidified. And whatever happens now is indefinite. It is set. There is no more patience for a lot of people. And, you know, others have run out of favors and understanding with other people or for other people, with other people, whatever the situation is, you know. It's just no more favors and no more understanding is what I'm really feeling here. I'm really feeling like people have really run out of patience, and now they are, with this Taurus full moon, looking for what makes them happy. So they're not listening to anybody that is going against the grain on that. I feel like some people have really like run up like an unpaid tab, and like they are no longer welcome back to the establishment because of that, you know, like metaphorically speaking, of course. But yeah, so now I can see in my mind's eye, if it haven't already, how much I can see how much hatred, how much jealousy, and how much envy this is about to bring up, because people are just no longer willing to listen to those that they were once willing to listen to and hear out and take their concerns into consideration. So I can definitely see a bit of bitterness, hatred, jealousy, and like an all-out war coming to the forefront, because people are ready to close out, burn bridges. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, I think I'll end this video here. I hope you guys got something out of this today. So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment below if you like, and yeah, I will chat with you guys later. Bye.